You want a picket fence stand, this is the planter for you. You go out in our fields and it looks perfect. If you don't like perfection, I guess maybe you don't want this planter, but if you like perfection, it's a perfectionist planter.
Welcome to another episode of Planting Pit Stops, where we're back in Nebraska checking out a narrow row planter, meeting with another one of our dealers there, and learning about the modularity of Massey Ferguson planters.
My name's Chris Kueger from Pierce, Nebraska. We raise corn, soybeans. We have cow-calf operation and we feed out cattle. I'm the 4th generation farmer. I've been farming since 2005 full-time. It's been a family farm that we try to improve every year, and it's hard work, and when you do good, you're so rewarded for it. And we're at a point where, you know, we want to leave it in good shape for our kids. And, you know, sometimes you have to grow to do that. Sometimes you have to dial it back a little bit. At the end of the day, as long as you're happy, you can make a decent living and have something to pass on to your kids. I mean, that's the whole point of farming, is passing on to the next generation. The best part about farming is the freedom. And we choose how hard we want to work. And yeah, we put a lot of hours in, and it gets stressful, and we don't have a lot of control over what we get paid, basically, but at least we have control over why we're doing it. Most critical thing about planting is, I guess, being timely. We found the earlier planting stuff seems to have a better yield most years. There's some years it doesn't, but most years, and that's why I guess we go with the type of equipment we do and run the Massey planters. We want to get over acres in a hurry. We want it to work because you only have maybe 2-week window to get everything in. And here out in the central or northeast Nebraska, it's a lot of variability between wind and rain and hail and tornadoes and then drought some years. So it's a lot of variability. So you got a small planting window, and your optimum yield goal is determined in that planting window. Everything we do is to make the ground better, the environment better. We're not out here making things worse. We're not that poster that you see in town that is all against ag or farming. That we're here, we care about this plant, and I feel we care about it more than most people in the nation. I mean, if we didn't, why would we be out here with our hands in the dirt? Main reason we chose to run a Massey planter is precision is a big deal to us. We want true spacing with controlled population that's very accurate. So we run a MFVN 24-row planter on 20-inch spacing. We're running, it's all precision, clean sweeps on it, and furrow cruiser closing wheels. Yeah, so we've gotten along real well on 20-inch rows. We have a lot of sand, we have clay, we have heavy ground, so it kind of suits our needs in our operation. We've had a couple other different competitors, planters in the past, and they weren't as accurate for population. They weren't as great with the clean sweeps, where we have the clean sweeps on and moving trash. We're getting higher yields every year, it seems like. On corn, we have more trash to deal with, and I kind of felt like this Massey planter with the trash wipers, the precision planting is a great planter for operation, because it's moving that trash out of the way. It's not disturbing dirt. It's putting the seed, I mean, you want a picket fence stand, this is the planter for you. I mean, you go out in our fields and you can just watch, it looks perfect. Everything, you put your pliers down, I got 6-inch pliers when we plant corn, it's there every space. And I mean, for corn especially, I'd say it's the top of the line for any type of planter out there. I mean, if you don't like perfection, I guess maybe you don't want this planter, but if you like perfection, it's a perfectionist planter.
We're now going to meet another key planting partner, True Ag and True Turf, a local dealer in Nebraska, and learn about how they set up their farmers and their employees for success in the planting season.
My name is Brian Manzer. I work for True Ag and Turf in Osma, Nebraska. We are a 3-store, multi-store dealership right now. Formation was last year in 2023 after 3 single-store dealers came together and merged. We did that in order to be able to better serve our customers, have a wider array of equipment available, and then be able to also get our customers through the busy season at a faster pace. Our goals as True Ag and Turf are to be able to grow and be able to cover the eastern half of Nebraska and surrounding areas to the best of our ability, and give our customers the best opportunity to have the service that they need and the machines that they need to accomplish and succeed on their farm. True Ag and Turf will partner with farmers by being able to offer some of the most cutting-edge technology in the world with our brand with Fendt and Massey Ferguson precision planting and everything else that falls underneath our AGCO umbrella. We really do have a great selection of products and offerings for our customers so that they can be able to maximize their yields and maximize their profits. As a farmer myself, it gives me the ability to see what my customers are going through, what our customers are going through on a daily basis. It gives me the opportunity to run our equipment that we sell and learn it so that I can help customers run that equipment in an efficient manner and get their jobs done. As a company as a whole, we are dedicated to the idea of helping the farmer before helping ourselves. And that might be different things to different dealers, but to us, what that means is we're gonna put in the time, put in the work to try to get our customers through the busy season as quickly and as efficiently as possible. At our location that I work out of here in Osmond, we have invested in a building that we're sitting in here that is designed to get planters ready for season because we are starting to do more planter business with the precision planting technology, whether that's on new planters going out the door or on used or existing planters putting on precision planting technologies. So we have a great facility here with 2 or 3 full-time precision planting specialists that will be able to help you or help the customer in that time of need.
I'm Dylan Swoboda. I'm a precision ag specialist / product specialist here in Osmond at True Ag and Turf. Precision planting premier dealer has really helped, I think, because one, we have the technology on our new planters, so we understand how all that works. We can get it set up efficiently and effectively, but also if we have some farmers that, maybe I can't afford to buy a new planter, well, we can basically turn their new planter or their old planter into a new planter from the row unit back. Toolbar is normally fine, but we can basically put all the new technology on the row unit. It'll perform just as well as what a new one will for really a reasonable price. Some of the trends that I'm starting to see the last couple years is guys are actually starting to look into the new technology. Before we had a lot of hydraulic drive systems or ground drive systems, where now guys are actually seeing the benefit of an electric drive system and individual row control along with the hydraulic downforce, especially that guys that do a lot of no-till or minimum till around here. The hydraulic downforce is a big benefit to them, and they're actually starting to see that on their yield maps after they put that on. And more guys are going to understanding the importance of closing as well and maintenance on their planter. During the planting season, we support farmers we put in extra hours, whether it's we start early and run later, just to help guys get done before, whether rain is coming or there's some hail coming, whatever it is. We just want to try to help these guys get done as soon as they can. What Farmer First means to me is always making sure the farmer's satisfied, and us as a dealer doing the best we can to make sure they're satisfied, to keep them going, whether it's planting season, hay season, or harvest season. Because the bottom line is that planting season's their most important pass. So I really strive in planting season to put the farmers first, just to make sure that they're doing the best that they can and we're doing the best we can, just making sure that they know that we care about them in their operation.
As we saw with the narrow planter, residue management is really important. Jason, Lee, and I are going to discuss how the modularity of the Massey Feguson Planter really helps you, the grower, tailor its residue management system as well as its closing system to meet your operational needs. On Massey Ferguson planters, we really want to give our dealers and our farmers the ability to tailor the unit for their specific operation. We really want farmers to be able to achieve that modularity. And this is really important for 2 specific systems: residue management system, also known as like row cleaners, which are in front of your row unit, and your closing system. So let's start with residue managers. Residue managers or row cleaners are very important to kind of sweep and clean the residue and clods and small rocks out of the way ahead of the row unit, right? We want the row unit to have a smooth ride so that it can get that seed to proper depth. And we also don't want the negative effects of residue within, next to the seed in the furrow. So I guess, Jason, can we talk a little bit about why we don't residue next to the seed?
All right, so, but maybe let's take a step back and first talk about like why residue management in general has just become, such a pain point as of late. And we think about, what have yields done the last several decades, right? We keep continuing to increase yield, but we've also, switched to more conservative tillage practices. So there's just more stuff we have to manage when it comes to residue, right? And if we don't properly manage that residue, it can really interfere with the job that this planter can do, right? And so, anytime we have a piece of residue next to a seed, they can literally wick moisture away from that seed and prevent it from germinating. Residue is a great spot for disease to harbor and flourish, and so, it can produce a lot of seedling blights and things of that nature. And it can also create a lot of gradients in temperature and moisture across the field too, right? And so there's just a whole host of reasons why we need to make sure that we're managing our residue. Another thing too is, sizing that residue, and a term we often hear is like hairpinning, right? So when my disc openers run over a long piece of corn stalk, for instance, they can hairpin right into that furrow, and so that can mess up that seed placement. So just in general, it's important that we get that trash out of the way so our row unit can do its job, which is putting the seed into the ground as best as it can.
A lot of good things. And I think with Massey planters, we allow you to order the unit as you wanted it. So if you have, we have options at the factory, but we also know there's many aftermarket options or options for precision planting, such as clean sweep and the reveal system. And so you can order your planter how you want it, not pay for something you don't need, and then put on the residue manager system you want for your operation. The other thing is, after we clean everything in front of the row unit, we need to close the seed trench, right? So we want to close the seed trench, make sure that the seed has the right soil density around it. And so similarly, that's really important because that also depends on the farmer's operation. So why is it so important to close?
Well, the reason why I want to really get a good closure is it all comes down to getting good seed to soil contact. And really that's the last part of the planter pass, right? Is making sure we get that seed furrow closed. All of those seeds are surrounded with, nice firm 360 degrees of soil. That way they can all absorb water at the same rate and germinate and emerge at the same rate too, right? And like you mentioned, there's a lot of different closing systems out there, and it can be very regional based depending on your tillage practices. Or are you someone that is a conventional tillage system, or are you a no-till, strip till, whatever the case may be. All those are going to play a factor into the type of closing system that is best for your operation. But at the end of the day, they're all trying to achieve the same thing, right? It's to consistently close that furrow with just enough force to where we do that effectively, but yet we're not over compacting it either. We don't want that either. So I guess Forrest, talk to us a little bit about our row unit and how we can really tailor that to the closing system that would best fit an operation.
Yeah, so similar to our residue manager systems, you can also bolt on or use pretty much any closing system out there. So you can order with a few different options, a few different tires, and we got rubber or cast. But if you don't want, if you have a different set of wheels for your farm, you can order without wheels, so just bolt your wheels on. Or if you want to use, say, Precision Planting's furrow force, you can order it without the whole closing system altogether. So again, we really want to help farmers and dealers be able to tailor their Massey Ferguson planter for their operation based on, again, tillage practices or whatever else they might be. So that's how we help farmers achieve that modularity. Thanks for watching this episode. Next week, we're going to be learning all about how seed corn is developed and planted. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this episode, and we'll see you back next week.